بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. So we continue in our reading and explanation of Medina book 1, the book الدروس اللغة العربية or دروس اللغة العربية, and it's the Tadribat book. It's a book which is full of exercises pertaining to grammar. And we have reached the second half of chapter, or Dars al-Rabi'. And that is Safha, those who are following in the old Taba'a, the old print, which is page 24. And where it says Ba, and at the top of the page it says Al-Baytu min al-Bayti, and Al-Masjidu ila al-Masjidi. So we have got to Ba. And last lesson we talked about the Huruf al-Jar. We introduced the Huruf al-Jar, and we talked about also a type of Mamnu' al-Sarf, a diptote, and we talked about also some detached pronouns. So just quickly do some revision of the previous chapter, or the previous half of this chapter. And it started off with introducing the two Huruf al-Jar, fi and ala. So we said fi and ala are prepositions, are Huruf al-Jar. And the Huruf al-Jar, what they do is make the noun after it change from marfu', change from the case ending, which ends with a dhamma or dhammatan, to the case ending majroor, the word ending with a kasra or kasratan. For example, al-baytu, the house, fil bayti, in the house. Yeah. So the fi is a harful jar, and the noun after becomes ismun majroor. And we said fi has the meaning of, in Arabic they say dharfiyya. It has the meaning of dharfiyya, which shows the position of something. Okay, the position of something. So fi, for example, has the meaning in English of in. So when the position of something, it's in something. Na'am. And then we also introduced the harful jar ala. And we said ala has the meaning, in Arabic they say al-isti'la or al-ulu. Yeah? It has the meaning of being above. Na'am. So for example, my book here, my kitab here, is ala al-maktabi, is on the table, meaning it's not beneath it, but it's sitting above it. It's sitting above it. Now ala is a bit different to another word, which is fawqa. Fawqa means above, but not attached, not necessarily attached, but above. Fawqa, not necessarily on, leaning on the table. Yeah, no, touching the table. Ala can have that meaning, that is touching the table. Naam. So ala al-maktabi. So fi and ala. And then we gave some examples of fi and ala in sentences. But the most important thing, that the huruf al-jar, they make the noun after it majroor. And that's very important, because huruf al-jar, they only enter upon nouns. Yeah, and that's why from the 4 signs of a noun is that huruf al-jar can precede it or enter upon it. And another sign of a noun is that it is majroor. A noun can be majroor. Thirdly, the noun can accept the prefix alif lam or al-ta'rif. Yeah, and also the noun can accept the tanween. Those are the 4 signs of a noun. Can a noun have all 4 signs at once? No, because you can't have a noun which is ma'rifa and nakira at the same time. You can't have al and tanween at the same time. Na'am. We talked about aina, and we said aina is used to ask questions about the place of something. So for example, aina Muhammadun, where is Muhammad? Huwa fil ghurfati, he is in the room. And we mentioned room here because aina is asking about place, makan. Na'am. We also introduced huwa and hiya, the 2 pronouns. Huwa, or they are detached pronouns. Huwa and hiya. We said that huwa and hiya, huwa means he or it. Na'am. And hiya means she or it. Therefore, huwa is mudhakkar, is feminine or masculine, and hiya is feminine. That's the main difference. Huwa and hiya both are used for singular nouns, so lil mufrad. Huwa and hiya are also both for aqil and ghayru aqil. So they can substitute an aqil noun or a ghayru aqil noun. For example, Aina al-kitab, where is the book? Huwa ala al-maktabi, it is on the table. Huwa referring to here a ghayru aqil noun. But if I was to say to you, Aina Yasir, where is Yasirun? Huwa fil hammami, he is in the bathroom. Huwa referring now to an aqil noun. So it can substitute an aqil or ghayru aqil noun. They are both also mabni. They are both also indeclinable. They never change. They are always looked at like they are. Huwa, never huwi or huwu. Hiya, never hiyun or hiyan. It always stays in the same form or the same image. Okay? And one thing I did not mention is missing from the sheet, and you must add to your sheet. One thing last week I did not mention, and it's not available on the sheet, and the sheets will have to be added to. And that is that huwa and hiya, we said they are dhamir munfasil, they are detached pronouns. But one thing we didn't mention, and it's important to mention, that huwa and hiya, are also so huwa is, we say, lil ghaib, and we say hiya is lil ghaiba. And I'll explain that. And this needs to be added to the sheet, inshallah. The sheet will need to be amended or added to. So huwa and hiya, or huwa is lil ghaib and hiya is lil ghaiba. That means that huwa is referring to third person, and I'll talk about persons today. And hiya is also referring to a third person. Now, in English and Arabic we have persons, meaning when we are talking, we can talk to people. And the person that you're talking to or about can either be present or absent. And you, the one who's speaking, can also be the one who... there's three types of persons. Let me explain from the beginning. There's the person who is talking. And in Arabic we call it al-mutakallim. It's going to be introduced today in the second part of this chapter when we go into our new lesson. The mutakallim, the one who is speaking. So I am speaking to you now. I am referred to as al-mutakallim, first person. Okay? I am speaking to you. I am speaking and directing my speech to you. You are the second person. You are the al-mukhatab. Yeah? The person who is being addressed. Okay? I can be speaking and said, okay, where is Muhammad? Is he okay? Yeah? Is he going to come today? He is referring to Muhammad and he is ghaib. He is the third person. He is absent. Ghaib literally in Arabic means the one who is absent. Male, the male individual. Al-ghaib is the one who is absent. And in English we say third person. In English we say the third person. Meaning the person who is absent from the conversation. Now for example, and very important that I say this, absent from the conversation and not necessarily absent from this room. For I can be speaking to Ahmed here. And I'll say, Ahmed, كيف حال? Do you know Umar? Is he a regular here? Is he a student who strives? Inshallah, he is. Umar is present in this room, but he is not present in our conversation. He's absent from the conversation. He's not part of it at the moment. I am referring to him as if he is absent. So it doesn't mean you have to be absent from the actual room, but absent from the conversation. So al-ghaib, okay? So huwa is lil ghaib, the one who's absent, or absent in more detail, the one who's absent from the conversation. Okay? Here is also lil ghaib, but we have to make it feminine, lil ghaiba, lil ghaibati. Here is للغائبة. Yeah? For the one who's the female individual who's not present. So that needs to be added to your sheets, to the huwa and hiya sheets. That huwa is للغائب, for the third person, masculine, the one who's not present, the third person. And hiya is للغائبة, for the female individual who's not present. So that needs to be added to your sheets, inshallah. And we will mend the sheets also online, or add to those sheets online bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So this was what we talked about last lesson as well. Huwa and hiya. And finally we talked about we introduced the al-mamnu' min as-sarf. Al-mamnu' min as-sarf. The diptote. Yeah? A noun in Arabic can be triptote or diptote. And obviously that from the tree you can see three. And from the die you can see two, as a meaning of two. Now, what does it mean? It means that the noun, number one, first and foremost, is that the noun does not accept a tanween. The noun does not accept double vowel. And that's why we see aminatu and not aminatun. The reason why is because amina is mamnu' min as-sarf, is a diptote. It can never accept tanween. And there's a reason for it, because it's an alamun lit-ta'nith or alamun al-mu'annath. It's a female name. So female names, they don't accept tanween, unless there's some exceptions. If it's a three-letter word like hindun, then it's a bit different. There's exceptions, but just memorize it as female names. They are mamnu' min as-sarf. They are diptotes, meaning number one, they can never have tanween. Number two, they cannot accept a kasra. And I'm not saying they can never be majroor. No, they cannot accept a kasra. And we know they can't accept kasratan because they cannot have tanween. So they cannot accept a kasra. The only case endings that you can visibly see is a fatha and a dhamma. But we are not saying that it cannot be majroor. I'm not saying that, but it cannot accept a kasra. So for example, amina, you can see aminatu, or you can see aminata. You will never see aminati. Nor would you see aminatun, aminatan, or aminatin. Why? Because number one, the diptotes, the mamnu' min as-sarf, can never have tanween. They say la yunawwan, la yunawwinu. La yunawwinu. They cannot accept tanween. And they cannot accept a kasra. Or they are not majroorun bi kasra, they say in Arabic. It cannot be majroor with a kasra. It cannot be in a genitive case with a kasra that you see. It can be majroor, but not with a kasra. We're going to come to that, and it will be a fatha. The sign of it being majroor is a fatha. Okay, and that's what we talked about last week, and we went through the exercises. Now we're going to go to the new lesson today. And the new lesson is ba, and we're going to introduce two more huruf al-jar. We're going to introduce two more prepositions. And they are the prepositions min and ila. Min and ila. So we're going to introduce min and ila, and we're on صفحة which is 24, which is صفحة 24, the 24th page in the old tab'ah, in the old print. 24. Okay, so on the top of the page it says Al-Baytu min al-Bayti. Al-Baytu min al-Bayti. min al-bayti. Okay, first things first. Al-baytu, why does it have a dhamma? Al-baytu, why does it have a dhamma? Okay, it's an ism. Ism can't have a kasra?
Because it's nakira.
No, it's not nakira, it's ma'rifa.
Ma'rifa.
But I can say al-bayti is ma'rifa. Well, al-baytu here, why is it got a dhamma?
The prefix la.
Okay, let me take away alif lam then. It's still got dhamma time.
Maruf. Oh, you mean
Why?
one?
Okay, no, I'm not saying why one. Why is it marfu?
It's a noun.
Because all nouns are marfu.
All nouns are marfu when?
They are
Marfu?
No, so this is not a sentence yet. Al-baytu is not a sentence yet.
because it's a name.
The asl is that they're all
There you go.
marfu, the asl.
The asl of nouns that they are marfu.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, the origin. So when nouns start off from, they are marfu. So al-baytu, the reason why it's called dhamma is because there's nothing affecting it or changing it. There's nothing before it to change the case ending. So it remains in its asl, in origin, and that is that the nouns are marfu'. The reason why it's called one dhamma, because it is ma'rifa of the alif lam. But that wasn't the question. The question, to be more clearer, is why is it marfu'? Yeah? So al-baytu, we know why it's marfu' at the moment. Because the origin, that nouns are marfu'. And the reason why it's called one dhamma, because if it's ma'rifa. There's alif lam. As soon as we put the preposition min in front of the al-baytu, what happens to al-bayt? It changes from an ismun marfu' to an ismun majroor. Yeah? To an ismun majroor. And that's because the harfu jar, when it enters upon an ism, it changes the ism to majroor. Na'am? Now what's the shorthand for harfu jar? And a shorter way to say harfu jar and a shorter way to say ismun majroor. We said it last. Jar wa majroor. You see this in a lot of books. Jarun wa majroor. There's the shorthand, okay? So jarun stands for harfu jar. A harfu jar. And majroor yani ismun majroor. That's the shorthand. Okay, so min حرف جر البيت اسم مجرور وعلامة جره, and the sign of it being مجرور الكسرة الظاهرة على آخره, or some say في آخره, yeah? A clear visible kasra, yeah? At the end of the noun. That's how you say the i'rab. حرف جر. I'll actually add something today, okay? Because I like to add gradually, yeah? So harfu jar. Why haven't I been saying any analysis for this? How comes I don't say harfu jar mabni al-fath fi mahall? Why am I not giving analysis to the harfu jar? Why am I just analyzing the noun? Why am I just analyzing the noun, and why am I not making i'rab or analysis?
It will never change.
Okay, good. It's mabni. Yes, it's mabni.
Is it because it's the khabar?
No, not because of that.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a shibul jumla, mashallah, from last week. This is a shibul jumla. We're going to come to that again and revise that again. No, the reason is, and the answer is because huruf, we say la mahalla lahu min al-i'rab. There's a phrase they say, the grammarians, and I explain that. La mahalla lahu min al-i'rab. There is no place for analysis. Meaning, we do not make hukm upon it. We don't give an analysis upon it. All huruf are not analyzed. And that's why they say, La mahalla.
You mean when they come themselves, not when they join with the sentence?
No. And even in a sentence, they are not analyzed. Now this mentioned that it's a harfu jar. They will not say it's majroor. We don't give a hukm on a harf. We don't say it's mamnu', marfu'. We don't say it's majroor. We don't say it's mansoob or majzoom. We don't say nothing. We just say لا محل له من الإعراب. There's no room for analysis. There's no hukum that we put on particles. Huruf, you don't make analysis. That's in grammar. In grammar, huruf are not. There's no place for i'rab, meaning that they are no judgment or ruling is given to it. Yeah, that's all huruf. Yeah, remember that. So we say. So I can say now, min harfu jar. لا محل له من الإعراب. البيت اسم مجرور. A noun which is in a genitive case. وعلامة جره, and the sign of it being genitive case is a kasra الظاهرة, a visible, clear and evident kasra which you can see with your eyes على آخره, at the end of the letter of the word. So that's something we've added to our analysis now. نعم. So لا محل له من الإعراب, meaning that we just don't make any analysis of it. We don't say it's marfu' or majroor, mansub. There's no room for that for when it comes to the particles, the huruf. Okay? So min al-bayti. So this is a revision of what it does. What's the hukm and what it does to the sentence or the word offer. What's the meaning of min? Okay, so number one, min. We know we've already said it's harfu jar. Yeah? So it's a jar. It's a harfu jar. In English it means from. Yeah? In English it means from. In Arabic we say the meaning of it is they say it's for li'ibtigha. They say li'ibtigha al-ghaya. And they sometimes add al-makaniya or al-zamaniya. I'll talk about that in a little while. So li'ibtigha il-ghayati. Li'ibtigha il-ghayati. What that means is shows the beginning of one's intent. Or it shows the meaning of the beginning of one's objective. And that objective could be an objective in relation to makan, or it could be the beginning of something related to zaman, time. Let me explain. So for example, in the sentence, over here in this page, or let's use an ayah from the Quran, where Allah says in Surah Al-Isra, first ayah, سبحان الذي أسرى بعبده من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى. من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى. Okay? So the example, من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى. من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى. So, where did that journey begin? We know that the end goal, ghaya can mean goal, aim, objective, intent. Yeah? So the beginning of that journey began from where? Masjid al-Haram. Yeah? Which is in Mecca, where the Kaaba is housed. And where is the end of the journey? Or the objective? Ila al-Masjid al-Aqsa. That's where the journey took Nabi. We know that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam also came back. Yeah? But Ila, the end was al-Aqsa. Yeah? Al-Masjid al-Aqsa. Therefore, Ila has the opposite meaning. Ila is li-intiha il-ghaya. Ila is, they say, li-intiha al-ghaya. It shows the end of one's aim or intent or objective. Now, in this case, this is referring to time or place? Place. Here in this ayah. From one place, Masjid al-Haram, to Masjid al-Aqsa. So they say, لِإِبْتِغَاءَ الْغَايَةِ الْمَكَانِيَّةِ. They say. Yeah, al-makaniyya. I'll add that in the next test. I'll gradually add things. So, and ila is li'intiha al-ghaya, li'intiha al-ghayati, to show the end of one's objective or intent. Yeah? So there, min, ila, two opposites in meaning, okay? Min is showing the beginning of one's objective, and the ila showing the end, okay? So, that's the meaning of min, and also we've covered the meaning of ila. Now, this is an important point which a lot of people don't cover. Honestly, I don't know why, because it aids a person in the Quran, in the qira'ah, and understanding why these things happen. If we look at the harful jar. Sorry. Sorry.
I wanted to write that.
Yeah, right here.
Okay, I'll put it in the example, Akhi. I'll put it on the sheet, inshallah. Yeah? I'll put it in the sheet. I'll use this ayah as an example. Sorry, Akhi. Sorry, I haven't got much room.
No.
Okay, so, na'am. Min. Can you see that has a sukoon? And remember the huruf, the jar, they are mabni. They never change. It's always min. Not minnun, minnan, minni. But, if you look at the ayah, minal. Minal masjid al-haram.
Yeah, because
But means mabni.
Never change.
It changed, صح?
because of
So it's not mabni?
You make me confused.
نعم.
meeting of the two souls.
أحسنت. This is, we know that this here is a Hamzat al-Wasl. And the Hamzat al-Wasl is never pronounced when it's in there, when it's not in the beginning of the sentence. So that's not going to be pronounced. So it goes to the lam straight away. Now, when we have, let's just forget about that. When we have two sukoons meeting, they say, iltiqa as-sakinain. Trying to get a ya in. Sakinain, it's a noon and there's a ya just squashed in there. Iltiqa as-sakinain. It's not permissible in Arabic for two sukoons to meet. For two sukoons to meet, it's not permissible. Therefore, they say man'an, to prevent al-iltiqa as-sakinain. Man'an, yeah? Let me just write that out clearly. Man'an lil-iltiqa as-sakinaini. I'm going to change that a bit as well. So man'an, everyone, means to prevent. Li-iltiqa. To prevent two sukoons meeting, the noon, nusiba, they say that it's hurrikat. The min, hurrikat mean that a vowel had to be put on it. A vowel had to be put on it. So it becomes from min al-masjidi, it becomes min al-masjidi. And why has the noon in min changed? Why is the noon, which had the sukoon on it, changed to a fatha? Because to prevent two sukoons meeting, which is not permissible. Yeah? So, min al-masjid al-harami. Min al, and not min al. And not min al. Yeah? So that's one important thing to mention. So, min is still mabni. It is still indeclinable, but the reason why that it accepted the fatha here, to ensure that two sukoons do not meet. Now,
Will it always be a fatha? Will it never be a
always be a fatha. In regards to min, yes. In regards to min, it will always be a fatha. Okay?
Okay, can I ask something?
نعم تفضل أخي.
This min al-masjidi haram, this one.
Why is this got?
No, that one.
Ila.
Yeah.
Ila, we're going to talk about it in a second. We're going to talk about ila. I'm going to talk about ila means two. Yeah? Ila, it means two. I'm going to talk about ila in a second, inshallah, a bit more detail. So min means from. It's a harful jar, therefore it makes the noun after it majroor. It has the meaning of showing the beginning of one's intent. And that can be intent in terms of place, makaniya, or it can also to do with zaman. For example, قرأت القرآن, I read the Quran, من العصر إلى المغرب. I read the Quran from Asr to Maghrib. Is there any place being mentioned here? It's got nothing to do with place. Now this is to do with zaman, time. So it could be لِإِبْتِغَاءِ الْغَايَةِ الزَّمَانِيَّة also, to show times. So what time did I begin to read? Asr. And what time did I end? إِلَى الْمَغْرِبِ. Yeah? إِلَى الْمَغْرِبِ. So that shows also that min and ila is also used for time. It's also to show one's intent or objective in regards to time. Naam. In this case though, in this chapter, it will be referring to as al-makan. It will be referring to place. So that is min and ila. Any questions regarding min and ila? Remember, they are still huruf al-jar like fi and ala. So everything we said about fi and ala in terms of analysis and how it works in a sentence, it's the same. The difference is meaning, ma'na. Yeah? So fi has the meaning of dharfiyya, showing where the position of something. Ala has the meaning of ulu or isti'la, to show that it's above. Yeah? And min has the meaning of beginning. Yeah? Yeah? Beginning one's aim or objective. And ila has the meaning of intiha or the end of one's aim.
Do you do stretch when you stretch this word?
Yes, I'm going to talk. Okay, let's talk about ila then. Let's talk about ila. So ila, again, is a harfu jar, and in English it means to. Ila, and I know you're referring to, akhi. You're referring to the alif maqsoora here. Ila ends with something we call a alif maqsoora. An alif maqsoora. It's not a ya. It's not a ya, akhi, okay? It's a ya without dots. It's an alif which looks like a ya, but this ya does not have dots. So the alif maqsoora does what normal alif does. It stretches the fatha before it. So can you see the fatha here? So it's not ila, it's ila. It's ila. So the alif maqsoora is a type of alif. There's the alif maqsoora and there's the alif mamduda, which is the normal alif. Yeah? Which is going to come when we talk about America, Britannia, is the alif mamduda. So, ila, this is alif maqsoora. It's an alif and not a ya. So we don't say ili.
It doesn't seem
or
like
ili. Huh?
It doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like an alif, but just know that alif it can change form. Yeah? He doesn't just it's not just a straight one. It can look like that, and it can look like the ya, but it's got no dots. So just know that the alif that you always thought only looked like one, had only one image. That's not the case. There are different types of alif, and this is an alif maqsoora. An alif maqsoora. Okay, so let's go on and let's read the dialogue, or in Arabic we say read the hiwar. Dialogue in Arabic is hiwar. Hiwarun, yeah, is a dialogue. So this is the first, not the first, but this, yes, in a sense it's the first dialogue because we have the names there showing that who's talking. So al-mudarrisu can be al-walid, can be al-mudarris, wa Muhammad can be Ahmed, could be Muhammad, because they share the same root. Now, تفضل. يا مدرس تفضل.
من أين أنت؟
So I'm going to repeat it just for the tape. I'll repeat what you said just for recording and for those who are listening online. So من أين أنت؟
أنا من اليابان.
أنا من اليابان. أخي stretch both alifs.
ياباني.
نعم.
ومن عمار.
ومن أين عمار؟ نعم تفضل.
هو من الصين.
هو من الصين. يا أحمد, why did you say هو من الصين and you didn't say هو من الصين?
Because Sod is a sun letter.
Because Sad is a sun letter, therefore the Lam is not pronounced. The Lam before it is not pronounced. أحسنت. هو من الصين.
ومن أين حامد؟
ومن أين حامد؟
هو من الهندي.
هو من الهندي. And why did you pronounce the Lam here, أخي الكريم?
Because it's a new letter.
What is a moon letter?
Lam is a new letter.
La, Lam is not a moon letter.
Alif is a...
Alif is not a moon
I mean,
letter.
Ha is a...
Ha is a moon letter. The Ha, we always look after the Alif Lam, yeah. So Ha is a moon letter. هو من الهندي. هو من الهندي. نعم.
أين عباس؟
أين عباس؟
خرج. خرج. خرج.
نعم. خرج.
أين ذهب؟
أين ذهب؟
ذهب إلى مديري.
نعم. ذهب إلى المدير.
وأين ذهب علي؟
وأين ذهب علي؟
ذهب إلى المرحاض.
نعم. ذهب إلى المرحاض. نعم. Okay, inshallah we'll explain this now. I will talk about that why many people make a stutter on this meme here. These are memes here. It's because it's the typeset of this, the type or the font which this book is written in. Okay, so al-mudarrisu, as you can see, al-mudarris, after the lam is a letter which is not really clear, but that is a meme. If you see this type or this font, you see the lam going back a bit. So as the lam, underneath the lam, the letter goes back a bit. That is actually the head of the meme. That is actually the head of the meme. Yeah? So I'll put that on, I'll show you on the board what I mean. So you can see over here, you see this, you see this, yeah? You see this, you see that? That's actually a meme. So if you see it going behind the lam to the right, then know it's a meme. A lot of people have often struggle to identify that as a meme. But that is a meme, and many books are written in this font. Many books are written.
Is that the old print or new font?
No, it's old prints, even new prints, some of them, you have memes like that. It's just one of those fonts. Okay, you just have to identify it as being a meme. So, at the bottom of the lam, you see a little indent, or an outdent. Was it?
Yeah.
Something protruding. Yeah, something protruding to the right. That's the meme. Okay? So, al-mudarrisu means the teacher. Al-mudarrisu means the teacher. And he says, min aina anta. From where you. Yeah? From where you. Or in English, where are you from? Yeah? Now, naturally, I get from students is, why is it in that order? Why is it from where you? And I counter them and say, the Arabs can say, why do you say, where are you from? Why that order? Because that's the order of our language. That's the order of Arabic, barakallahu fik. Yeah? So, min ayna anta. Just memorize it as that, okay? That's the order and how we say, where are you from? Min ayna anta. Where are you from? There is some deeper explanation, I don't want to go into it. Na'am. Okay, so min ayna anta. Where are you from? Now here's a new domain which has been introduced. We've learned huwa and hiya. Now we have anta. Now we have anta. So we have to talk about anta. So anta is another damirun munfasilun. Anta is another damirun munfasilun. Number one, that's what it's called grammatically. It means, so number one, damirun munfasilun. It's a detached pronoun. In English they call it personal pronoun. Yeah? Damirun munfasilun. Number 2, it means you, and I usually put in brackets M, but I'm not going to do that now because it's going to come. Sorry? Oh, sorry. Ahsan. Anta, na'am. So, ضمير منفصل. It means you. Yeah? Number 3, it's mabni. Yeah? It's mabni. It's indeclinable. It never changes. It's always anta. This one is always anta. You might say, no, it can be anti. No, that's another damir. That's a different damir. As for this damir, no, it's always anta. Okay? So it's mabniyun. So it's mabni. It's indeclinable. It never changes. Mabniyun. Number 4. Let's rub this out off. Number 4. So it's mabniyun. Number 4, it is marfu'. It's marfu'. These damair munfasila, these detached pronouns are marfu'. They are all marfu'. You have to memorize that. They are marfu'. So anta is marfu'. Number 5, anta is also ma'rifa. It's also definite. Number 5, anta is also ma'rifa, definite. Number 6, when referring to anta, and you can see this is something anta shares. There's a lot of things that it shares with huwa, yeah? So number 6, anta is lil mudhakkar, is lil mudhakkar, so for that which is masculine. So when you use anta, you use it with a masculine noun, referring to a masculine noun. Number 7, it is referring to a mufrad noun. Mufrad, singular. So anta is referring to a singular noun. Anta. Wrap this up. And we said huwa here is lil ghaib, isn't it? Anta is different. Anta is lil al mukhatab. Is lil al mukhatab. It's second person. Mukhatab is the one you are talking to, directing your speech to. So at the moment I am speaking to Umar. Umar, كيف حالك? So me speaking to Umar, he is the second person. I am the al-mutakallim. We're going to talk about that with Allah, and that's going to come now. Yeah? So Umar, I'm speaking to Umar. Umar is the second person. The one who is being referred to or spoken to. Al-mukhatab. Yeah? Or the speech which is being directed that is to Umar. So it's then al-mukhatab. Anta. Okay? So that is anta. That is anta. So after knowing that, can I say, if I want to ask Fatima here, yeah, where is she from? Can I say min ayna anta? Why? Because Fatima is not mudhakkar. She is muannath. She is feminine. Yeah? Okay, if I had Muhammad and Ali here, and I wanted to ask them where they're from, can I say min ayna anta, and I wanted to know, but I'm speaking to both of them. I am referring to both of them, not one of them, both of them. Can I say min ayna anta? No, because anta is to refer to mufrad, a singular noun. I would have to say antuma, min ayna antuma. Yeah? Okay, if I was asking Ahmed where Umar is from, yeah? I'm speaking to Ahmed. I wanted to ask Ahmed where Umar is from. Can I say, Ahmed, min ayna anta? And I'm pointing here at Umar. No. Because anta is used to refer to the person you're talking to. I will have to use the ghaib. Min ayna huwa?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Because Umar, even though he's here, present in this room, he's absent from this conversation. He's ghaib from the conversation. Now, so I can't use anta, because anta is lil mukhatab. It's used for the second person. Okay? So anta is used in specific situations. Yeah? And that is when it fulfills this. It has to be referring to a singular noun, referring to a second person. Yeah? Masculine. Yeah? That is imperative. That is very important. Okay? So why is the teacher saying min ayna anta? Because Muhammad is in front of this teacher. Muhammad is present in front of the teacher. He is the second person. Okay? So that's anta. Any questions regarding anta? Okay, let's go on then. So Muhammad then says, Muhammadun says, Ana min al-Yabani. I am from Japan. I am from Japan. Okay? Al-Yaban. I am from Japan. Ana here is another dhamir. Munfasil. So this is the fourth detached pronoun which has come in this book now. Ana. So now we're going to replace anta with ana. And I'm going to say number one is the same. Ana is a dhamir munfasil. It's a detached pronoun. Number two, I'm going to change. Ana means I. It doesn't mean you. It means I. Number three, ana is mabni. Okay, it's always ana. You want to say anun or anin or anu. Yeah? It's mabni also. So number three is the same. Ana is marfu'. The same. Ana is marfu' in the nominative case, yeah? Even though you don't see the dhamma or dhammatan. These dhama'ir are marfu'. Why can't you see it? Because they are mabni. They're not mu'rab. Yeah, they're not declinable. They're mabni. That's why you can't. They can never change from their image. Yeah? But they are marfu'. You have to memorize them being marfu'. Ana is ma'rifa. It's definite. Even if you don't see the an. Even if you don't see the sign of a noun normally being ma'rifa, definite. Which is the presence of the prefix al and the non-existence or not being present, the tanween not being present. That's the normally signs, the two signs of a noun being ma'rifah, definite. But these dama'ir, these pronouns are all definite. And I'll explain why again. I've mentioned this before, but I'll explain again the reason why they are definite. Ana, we don't say it's for mudhakkar. Here we add also mu'annath. So ana is it's unisex. It's for both sexes. It's for masculine and feminine. I can say ana tahir. Ana tahirun. I am tahir. And Fatima can say ana fatimatu. She can also use ana. I am Fatima. Because ana is unisex, is used for mudhakkar and mu'annath. Yeah, so there's a difference there. And ana is mufrad, is singular. So for example, Ahmed, Walid, and Umar or Muhammad, they come in as a group and they want to say, we are new students. Yeah? We are new students. Can they say, Ana tullab judud? Can they use ana? No. Because ana is used for mufrad. They will have to use the plural version, which is nahnu. Nahnu tullabun judadun. Yeah? Which we're going to come to the plurals and what have you. Okay? So ana is for mufrad. You can only use it when you're speaking by yourself. Yeah? So ana mufrad is for mufrad, and ana is not lil mukhatab, is al mutakallim. Number 8. Al-mutakallimu. The one who is yatakallam, the one who's speaking. The one who is speaking. And I am al-mutakallim al-yawm. Today I am the al-mutakallim, the first person. Because I am the one who is speaking, and you are the you are al-mukhatibun actually. Yeah? You are al-mukhatibun, you're the ones who are being spoken to. Yeah? The plural version. So that is ana. That is ana. Yeah? So ana min al-yaban. Muhammad uses ana because Muhammad is mufrad. Muhammad is mufrad. He's singular. Now, ana min al-yabani. Remember, there's no P in Arabic, yeah? There's no P in Arabic, so they use the ba. That's why they say Bebsi. Huh? Bebsi. So, ana min al-yabani. Why is it min al-yabani? Why is noon go fatha here? Why? No, it's wrong. Okay, do you want to correct it, Umar? Muhammad? Correct your books? It should be min al-yabani, yes? Why? Why is there fatha on the noon? Because of the harf jar? Huh? The meeting of the two sukoons.
Yeah? That's in the ending of the noon.
Yeah, it's still, it's mabni. It shouldn't change. It shouldn't change. It should always be sukoon. But in this case, to man'an, to prevent, li'iltiqa al-sakinayn, to prevent the two sukoons, the noon, hurrikat al-noon, the noon has been given a vowel. In this case, the most appropriate will be is a fatha, because it's easiest upon the tongue. Okay? And the Arabs always, it has to be opposite to thiql. It should not be heavy. It should be easy. There should be ease upon the pronunciation as much as possible. Now, so ana min al-yabani. Why is al-yaban got a kasra? It's an ismun. Min al-yabani. Why is it not min al-yabanu? Na'am. Because of the harf jar before it makes al-yaban ismun majroor. It makes it ismun majroor. Remember we talked about what harf jar, what does jar mean? And we said it can also be called by the Basriyun or the Kufiyun, they have names for it. Harf jar or harf khafd. And the meaning of jar is to pull. And the meaning of khafd is to bring lower. And that's what it does. A harf jar, it brings the case ending down. From the original case ending of the dhamma, which is above the letter, it brings it down. يَجُرُّهُ, pulls it, وَيَخْفِضُهُ, and lowers it to below the letter kasr. That's what the huruf jar they do. That's why it's called harf jar or harf khafd, because of the meaning. It brings it down. It makes it the genitive, the majroor case. Now, أنا من اليابان. المدرس ومن أين عمار and where is Ammar from? Where is Ammar from? Muhammadun, he says, huwa min as-Sini. He is from China. As-Sin is China. Huwa min as-Sini, and we already mentioned that Sad, the lam is not pronounced because it's Sad is a sun letter. Huwa min as-Sini. Min harf jar la mahalla lahu min al-i'rab. But let's do the full one now, and let's talk about the revision of the shibul jumla really quickly. Let's write the sentence down. Huwa min as-Sini. And last week we introduced a new type of khabar. Last week we introduced a new type of khabar. So let's write the sentence down. Huwa min as-Sini. Huwa min as-Sini. Okay. What type of jumla is this? What type of sentence? Jumlatun ismiyatun, or a jumlatun fi'liyatun, or a verbal sentence. Nominal sentence or verbal sentence? Nominal. Huwa is a pronoun. Pronouns are nouns. Yeah? So, nominal sentence. A jumla ismiya is a jumla which begins with an ism. Here we go. Huwa. And there's no fi'al here, there's no verb here. Anyway, huwa. Therefore, we're looking for two things. The mubtada, the subject, and the khabar. And the news or the predicate. Yeah? Huwa is marfu' and ma'rifah. And that's the two signs of the mubtada, isn't it? Yeah? And the mubtada, the asl is that it is muqaddam, it's at the beginning. Yeah? Mubtada comes from ibtida, yeah? To begin with, yeah? So huwa is the mubtada. Min. So mubtada marfu' wa alamatu raf'ihi, in this case, is a dhamma al-muqaddira. Yeah? I'm going to come to that. I don't want to add that today because I added la mahalla lahu. So forget that. So it's the mubtada. I'll introduce that next week. One by one. Tadarrujan. See? Gradually. Min harfu jar. La mahalla lahu min al-i'rab. We don't make any analysis of it. We don't give no hukm. Yeah? So, min harfu jar. La mahalla lahu min al-i'rab. We don't make any analysis of it. الصيني اسم مجرور وعلامة جره الكسرة الظاهرة على آخره. الصين is a noun which is in a genitive case, yeah, and the sign of it being majroor in a genitive case is an visible kasra at the end. Okay, where's the khabar? Min as-Sini. And what is min as-Sini? Is it a kalima, a word, or a jumla, a sentence, or something else?
It's a phrase.
I'd say phrase. Shibhul jumla. It's a, last week we introduced, it's a shib. Shibhul jumla. Something which resembles a sentence. Shibhul jumla. Huh? Shabbaha yushabbihu. We talked about tashbih in asma. Last week we talked about asma wa sifat, names and attributes, and we don't make tashbih. Ahlul Sunnah, we don't resemble any of Allah's names and attributes to His creation. We don't make tashbih. We are not mushabbiha. We are not from the mushabbiha. Those who resemble Allah to His creation. Yeah? So shibhul jumla is a phrase, or that which resembles a sentence. Shibhul jumla, phrase. So min as-Sini shibhul jumla. في محل رفع خبر. A shibhul jumla, which comes in the position, in the place of where a word is marfu', which is the khabar. Yeah? Khabar. So even though you can't see min as-Sin, you can't see the sign of it being marfu'. You can't see the dhamma. You can't see it. All the dhammatan. But, like we said, we've got two chairs. Yeah, we said one chair, the first chair, is where the mubtada sits. Huwa. That's a chair. Huwa is on the first chair, the mubtada chair. Anything that sits on the second chair is going to be the khabar. Even if it is if it's a kalima, it's a mufrad, they call it. That's the first time the khabar. A single word. Or a shibhul jumla, a phrase, or a jumla, or a sentence. A khabar can be a single word, it can be a phrase like a harfu jar and a ismun majroor. It can also be a jumla, and that can be a jumla ismiya, it can be a nominal sentence, and it can be a jumla fi'liya. So there are three types, but we don't want to talk about that yet. We just know we've introduced shibhul jumla. Yeah, so this shibhul jumla can be a khabar. Why? Because it's sitting in the khabar chair, like we said. Anything that sits in that khabar chair is in fi mahalli rafa', is in the place of the khabar, and the khabar is marfu'. Is rafa', is marfu'. So min as-Sin shibhul jumla fi mahalli rafa' khabar. That's how we make analysis, like we mentioned last week. Yeah? So huwa mubtada marfu'. Min harfu jar la mahalla lahu min al-i'rab. Nope, we don't make no analysis. As-Sini ismun majroor. Yeah? وعلامة رفعه, and the sign of it being majroor, جره, al-kasra al-zahira al-akhiri. The kasra which you can see at the end. Min as-sin shibh al-jumla, phrase. And that phrase is fi mahalli rafa. Fi mahalli rafa. In the place of where it's marfu', the khabar, and therefore it's the khabar. Yeah? So now we know the khabar can be more than one word, it can be a phrase. Okay? So, huwa min as-sini, he is from China. Then al-mudarris says, the teacher, wa min ayna hamidun. And where is Hamid from? So now he's referring to Hamid as Hamid being the third person. So which pronoun is going to come? It's not going to be ana, it's not going to be anta, it's the pronoun Hamid. Huwa or here? Huwa. Why huwa? Because Hamid is mudhakkar. So huwa is for mudhakkar. Yeah? وَمِنْ أَيْنَ حَامِدٌ. And where is Hamid from? Huwa min al-Hindi. He is from Hind. Why we translate it as he and not it? Because Hamidun is aqil. Remember, huwa can refer to aqil and ghayru aqil. It can substitute a ghayru aqil noun. And when it does, it means it's for here. Hamid is aqil. Therefore, huwa means he. Huwa min al-Hindi. He is from India. Al-Mudarrisu. Aina Abbasun. Where is Abbas? Yeah? Where is Abbas? Not where he's from, but where is he? Aina Abbas. Muhammadun says, Kharaja. Ikhwan, what do you, in your opinion, according to what you know, and I want you to, what you know from this class so far, and not from previous knowledge. Kharaja, is that a sentence? A word? What is it? Phrase? Is a phrase normally consistent of two words? Yeah, a phrase normally consists of two words. That's why it's called shibhul jumla, because it looks like a sentence. Because it's more than one word. But kharaja, it looks like it's just a word, isn't it? It's not a sentence, that's what it looks like. But I would say to you that this is a jumla mufida. This is actually a beneficial sentence. This is actually kharaja, it's actually a beneficial sentence. And this is the first introduction in this book of a verb. Or a jumla fi'liya. Okay? Kharaja is a verb. Kharaja is a fi'lun. Is a fi'lun. Is a verb. Kharaja. And we call it a fi'lun madin. A past tense verb. Fi'lun madin. Okay? Someone might say online, he's saying it wrong, it's actually fi'lun madi. No. Fi'lun madin. It's madi if it has an alif lam. Okay, this is what we call an ismun ma'qus or manqus. It's one of those nouns that when it's preceded by an, then the ya appears at the end. Or when it is feminine, madiyatun, the ya appears. Okay? So this here is what they call a tanween iwad. A tanween, which is a substituting a ya, shows that there's a ya letter missing. This tanween is a sign of a letter missing, and the letter which is missing is ya, and it only becomes apparent when an alif lam is attached to it. Madin al-madi. Qadin, judge, al-qadi. It's going to come, inshallah. But just a quick, it's important for us, if we're going to mention something, it's a quick lamha, quick glance. Because when it does come, you have it brings about positivity in learning. When we just quickly give a little bit of information.
What's the name of it?
Ismun, I think it's manqus or ma'qus. I think it's manqus. I think so. Ma'qus or manqus. Can't remember the actual. Mawqus maybe as well. I'll double check, inshallah. Yeah? Okay, so it's a fi'lun madin. It's a past tense verb, and I'm gonna finish off now. So it's a fi'lun madin. a past tense verb, and I want you to know that it's always these fi'l madins, these singular ones in the singular form, they are all mabniyun ala fath. They are mabniyun ala fath. They always have fath at the end. They say they are mabniyun. Mabniyun ala al-fath. That they always end with a fatha. Okay? And also, this is also one of the words that we say, لا محل له من الإعراب, that we don't make analysis of. The fi'l madin, we don't make analysis of. Okay? There's another word that we do not make any analysis. We say, لا محل له من الإعراب. We don't give any hukm to it. We don't say it's mansoob or majroor. We don't make any hukm. So, kharaja is a fi'l madin, mabniyun ala fath, always has a fath at the end. لا محل له من الإعراب. We don't.
Every verb is with fath?
No, the verb in the singular past tense verb. This pattern, just يعني. I don't want to go into too much detail. Okay. مبني على الفتح. لا محل له من الإعراب. Okay. It's we don't analyze it. Okay. And then therefore next week we're going to talk about the jumla fi'aliyah. The jumla fi'aliyah. And a jumla fi'aliyah, normally we look for three things. We look for a fi'l, the verb, the fa'il, the subject of the verb, and the maf'ulun bihi, the object of the verb. Okay, and we'll explain what all those three are next week. And inshallah bi'idhnillah ta'ala. In this case, there's actually two of them there. There's no maf'ulun bihi. There is a verb and the subject of the verb, but the subject of the verb is hidden. It's mustatir. Okay, we end by that inshallah, and we'll do some little bit more revision. But yeah, we covered quite a lot today, alhamdulillah, some new aspects. So we'll end there. Subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Barakallahu feekum. And also those who are listening online, if there are any questions pertaining to this lesson or previous lessons, then please do email us on sdtarabic@gmail.com. That is S for sugar, S for Salafi, D for da'wah, T for tooting.
Yes.
Arabic@gmail.com.
Yes.
What about
Also on Twitter as well.
And also on Twitter as well, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. That email will be available on Twitter, inshallah. And also the recordings and worksheets are also available on our website. Yeah? Barakallahu feekum.